1956. India was still a young economy. एक नया देश, नए सपने. Most families saved in banks, post office schemes या फिर gold. But stocks, shares, ये आम इंसान के लिए ऑप्शन ही नहीं था. So what changed? उस साल एक ब्रिटिश कंपनी ने कुछ अलग किया. It invited all Indians to buy shares in their company. Imagine this. IPO और retail investor जैसे words तब common भी नहीं थे. So where did India's equity craze really begin? Not with Reliance in the 70s. वो शुरू हुआ 1956 में हिंदुस्तान लीवर की IPO के साथ. Today, we know Hindustan Unilever as the company behind Surf Excel, Dove, Sunsilk, Ponds, and Brew Coffee. But back in the 1800s, it began just with soap. In 1888, two brothers in England, William and James Lever, brought Sunlight soap to India through their company Lever Brothers. उनका आइडिया काफी सिंपल पर काफी पावरफुल था. सोप जो आम परिवार अफोर्ड कर सके, सिर्फ अमीर नहीं. जल्दी ही वो ब्रांड्स आए जिनके साथ इंडिया बड़ा हुआ. Lux was glamour, Lifebuoy was safety, and Sunlight was dignity. For Indian families, these products were proof that life was improving. By 1930, Lever Brothers had merged with a Dutch company called Margarine Unie. Together, they formed Unilever, a global consumer goods giant and the parent company of what we know today as HUL. They built factories, they created jobs, and their products were spread across Indian cities. और यहाँ से कहानी interesting बन गई. By the early 1950s, Unilever started training Indians for leadership. मतलब जैसे इंडिया politically आजाद हो रहा था, वैसे ही हिंदुस्तान लीवर अंदर से इंडियन बन रहा था. And then came the turning point. 6 July 1956 को Hindustan Lever went public. The company offered 10% of its shares worth about 1.8 crores to Indian investors. In 1956, it was historic because until then, the idea of ordinary Indians owning a multinational company was unthinkable. And even though investing was slow and tedious, the issue was still oversubscribed. For the first time, Indians who bought Lux or Lifebuoy could proudly say, I don't just use their soap, I own the company that makes it. But why was Hindustan Lever worth owning? Because it didn't stop at soaps. It was building an empire. In 1959, it launched Surf, India's first detergent. Their famous line, Daag Achhe Hai, changed the way we Indians thought about stains. In 1964, Sunsilk brought affordable shampoo to the middle class. In 1965, Signal toothpaste made brushing twice a day a household habit. And over the years, Hindustan Lever kept expanding into foods, dairy, skincare, even chemicals. What really made Hindustan Lever powerful was its distribution. HUL सिर्फ बॉम्बे के बड़े स्टोर्स में नहीं, बल्कि बिहार की छोटी सी छोटी किराने की दुकान तक हर जगह था. आज वो नेटवर्क 80 लाख शॉप्स तक पहुंचा है. एंड देन केम इनोवेशन. उन्होंने हर प्रोडक्ट को इंडियन पॉकेट के हिसाब से तोड़ दिया. 1 रुपी शैम्पू सैशेज लॉन्च किए ताकि गांव के लोग भी ब्रांडेड शैम्पू ट्राई कर सके. छोटे डिटर्जेंट पैकेट्स निकाले ताकि फैमिली वीकली खरीद सके. By the 1980s, something else changed. The company that once had British bosses was now being run by Indians. Hindustan Lever foreign nahi, apni lagne lagi. And as it grew, it absorbed other brands too. Tomco in 1993, Lakme in 1998, along with Ponds and Modern Foods. By then, almost every Indian household had at least one Hindustan Lever product sitting on its shelves. For investors, it proved that real wealth isn't about one listing day, but decades of patience. Hindustan Lever showed India that wealth is built quietly by businesses built to last. But even after creating an FMCG empire and one of the greatest wealth stories in Indian history, why does almost nobody remember Hindustan Lever's IPO today? Because it was awkward. How do you celebrate a British multinational just 9 years after independence? बहुत लोगों के लिए ये अब भी एक betrayal लगता है और इसलिए ये story धीरे-धीरे कहीं खो गई. फिर आया 1977. Reliance Dhirubhai Ambani, the master storyteller. He pulled the crowds like nobody else. He marketed his IPO like a festival. और वो बन गया इंडिया का पहला people's IPO. That's the story everyone remembers. That's what history called the birth of India's retail investor culture. Long before Reliance, Hindustan Lever had already planted the seed. It was the IPO that proved Indian savings could fuel corporate growth. It was the IPO that gave India's first big lesson in long-term investing. It was the IPO that taught Indians they could be shareholders and not just consumers. And it was the first quiet step in building India's retail investor culture. The Hindustan Lever IPO didn't make noise. It wasn't marketed with drama, and it didn't even have the crowds filling stadiums. But sometimes, revolutions don't shout, they whisper. And that whisper in 1956 turned into one of the greatest wealth creation stories India has ever seen. So what can we learn from it? First, trust matters more than hype. Indians bought those shares because they already trusted the brands in their homes. Second, profits matter. HUL was already a strong, profitable company, not just a promise on paper. And third, ownership matters. From consumers to shareholders, Indians learn that true progress comes when you own a piece of the future. आज हम IPO mania के जमाने में जीते हैं, जहां कंपनीज बिना प्रॉफिट के भी बिलियंस रेज करती हैं। स्टॉक्स एक दिन ऊपर शूट होते हैं, अगले दिन क्रैश करते हैं, और एक दिन हाइप जल्दी फेड हो जाता है। But HUL story reminds us of one simple truth: real wealth is created patiently in businesses that are built to last. अगली बार जब कोई कहे कि इंडिया का रिटेल इन्वेस्टर कल्चर रिलायंस से शुरू हुआ 1977 में, उन्हें ये याद दिलाओ, वो एक्चुअली 1956 में शुरू हुआ था हिंदुस्तान लीवर की IPO के साथ। वही था असली स्टार्ट, एंड मे बी दैट्स हाउ इंडिया विल कीप ग्रोइंग।